Hey everybody, welcome back. If you're new here, hi, I'm Mercury, and today I am on Quantum of the Seas from Royal Caribbean, and let's do a ship tour. Let's look around and explore the ship. We're gonna start at the top and work our way down. So starting way up at the top, this is where the Vitality Spa is. Let's see, here's their hours of operation is on the board. There are a whole bunch of people exercising right now, so I'm not going to go in there, but up here on deck 16, that's where the gym is. So then let's go down one deck, because that's all that's up there. Okay, so they just tried to get me to book a spa package just as I was walking by. I was like, not this trip, but thank you. And it's not a knock on the spa treatments, it's just, one, they're a little bit pricey and I'm not budgeted for it, and two, I don't have time. This is one of those cruises where there's just a lot going on. There's a lot of port days, so I have to optimize my time, but let's keep looking around. So I came outside through these doors, and this, just for reference, overlooks the indoor pool, and that was where I came out right there. That was where the spa and the elevator banks was. And up here we have our running track. So right now we are on deck 15, and that's where this running track is. And you could see up here this kind of like big arm crane looking thing that has the Royal Caribbean International on it. That is the North Star, and what that is sort of this pod that's on the end of it here, and I'll show you in a second. And this whole arm elevates, and you could basically get this like great panoramic view of basically whatever the ship is looking at. So if you do it on a sea day, it's of the ocean, but you could also do it on port days and get a great view. And I've done this when I went on my cruise to Bermuda, so if you want to see what that's like, you could see it on that video too. But that is the North Star, and it's right above the North Star bar. But let us continue on. So you can see there's just a ton of open space here, lots of loungers. But this is a cruise to Alaska, so I am a bit bundled. It's comfortably cool right now. At night it does get pretty chilly. When I checked the weather ahead of this trip, it was saying 40s as lows, 60 as highs. So I'm sort of in that range of like, it's probably in the 50s right now, probably high 50s. It's comfy with a sweater, you know, we're doing okay. So I'm continuing to follow the racetrack around, the walking track around, because I'm going to show you the outside and then we're going to go inside and I'll show you the SeaPlex. But basically, this track follows the whole perimeter of the ship. But as we get to the aft of the ship, that is where the FlowRider is, the rock climbing wall. iFly is here also. However, I don't know that iFly is open. I haven't seen it opened the first day where everything else was open, like rock climbing was open, FlowRider was open, but the iFly was not. I haven't seen it anywhere in the cruise compass, so I'm wondering if it's down on this trip. I'm gonna see if there's any information about it as I walk by, because it's something I wanted to try. It's essentially indoor skydiving. It's like a wind tube that you go in and you just kind of float, and there's like an instructor in there with you, so they're there to help you, and I thought it looked like pretty cool. So I'm gonna see if there's anything on ours or if it's down on this trip. I'm gonna try to find it. So basically, coming around here, so I can show you where the FlowRider is and the iFly, but this does, the track also goes all the way around. So up here, this is the FlowRider, and when it's in operation, there's water that pushes up the hill, and then you can boogie board or surf style on the water that's being pushed uphill. It's pretty cool. It's like a simulated surf or boogie board kind of situation over here. Then this is what I was talking about, the iFly. That's the wind tube up there. So the idea is that is all full of air and it's blowing upwards and you float. And it's sort of supposed to simulate what skydiving would feel like in a controlled environment. So I'm gonna go over where like the registration desk is and see if there's any information on that while we're walking around. Basically, I'm just coming down these steps on the other side of the FlowRider. This is where you go to sign the waivers for everything. So for ripcord, for the rock wall, for the FlowRider. Let's see. The tire check-in. Age restrictions. Boogie boards. Well, I don't see any signage, so I'll have to come back when the desk is open, I guess. But in the meantime, we have this amazing geometric neon pink polar bear. And on the sister ship Anthem of the Seas, there's a giant giraffe over here. But on Quantum of the Seas, we have a huge polar bear. And he's guarding, this is the rock climbing wall over here. So when it's in operation, over here is where you get your harness. They check you out for safety, they get you all hooked up, and you have a few different tracks of varying difficulties. And then you try to ring the bell up top, and then you come on down. Pretty nifty. Rock climbing wall can be a lot of fun, but I am going to try to duck in here to the SeaPlex. I'm not sure how busy it is, so we'll see how much I can show you. So inside the SeaPlex, this is sort of the sports arena. So there's a bunch of people playing basketball right now, so not going to show you because that's where all the kids are and, you know, privacy. But there's a huge sports court right here. Also to this side, there's some hot dogs. So they have the SeaPlex dogs. Also, at certain days and times, there are bumper cars. So this is where the bumper car storage. But they basically move these bumper cars onto the sports court, and they have bumper car time. There are 2 floors to the SeaPlex. The upstairs has like Xboxes, air hockey, some things like that. And then the downstairs has the sports court, the bumper cars, all of that jazz. It also has the arcade, so that's what we're gonna go look at now. So you can see right in here, this is where the arcade is. So a whole bunch of racing games. They have prize games. A little bit of everything. So the SeaPlex is pretty nifty. They have some structured events. They do like pickleball, dodgeball, things like that. And they also have like unstructured stuff that you could do. So whatever's your speed. Okay, let's head down. So we were on deck 15. We're going down to 14. So 14 also has these stairs with the glass floor. I don't know, y'all. I'm not too thrilled with glass floors these days. But you know what? We could just take a look. We could take a brief look. Okay, that was enough. That was good enough. Okay, so back on 14, not dealing with the glass staircase. Going this way past the elevator banks is the Windjammer and Coastal Kitchen are this way. So this is how you can go for the buffet. Coastal Kitchen is for suite guests. So this is all the way at the aft of the ship, so let's keep going. We'll walk towards the front of the ship then. So this brings us outside to the pool deck. Like I said, it's a bit chilly out. It's also the nighttime, so the pools are closed right now. But they also have for snacks, they have this noodle dim sum and milk tea place. So this is different. I haven't seen this on other ships before. But then coming around, we have the pools, and because they are closed, I can actually show them to you. So let's go take a look. So this is the splash area. It's been closed for a chunk of this trip. So on other ships, they usually have like splash features for the kids in this area, but this is just like a big empty space of water. Then over here, this is the outdoor pool. You can see also there's the sky bar, the North Star is up above. Then as we follow this around, we're gonna head towards the indoor pool. Also, there are 2 hot tubs out here. There's this one right here, and then on the other side, there's a matching one. This is also the same spot where the soft serve ice cream is. It's just behind the hot tubs, but there's somebody servicing the machines right now. But the soft serve ice cream is over here too. Okay, to the indoor pool. So because this is a cruise to Alaska and the temperature, the indoor pool is popular, and it's still popular right now. So I'm not going to actually show the pool because there are people actively swimming in there. So as I keep going, I'm heading towards the Solarium, which is the next pool area. So through these doors over here, this brings us to the Solarium. And you can see this is the adult area. This is an 18+ area. So it is reserved for adults only. It's a whole bunch of seating. There is a pool in here also. There's also hot tubs in here. And the Solarium Bistro, which is right over here. And this is a place that serves definitely breakfast and sometimes lunch. I have to check on dinner. As we go by the other side, I'll let you know. But out here, we have this view. We're at the very front of the ship up here in the Solarium. So again, I'm going to see if there's people in the hot tubs or the pools, and if there are not, I could show you. So let's see. So we do have the pools over here, and they are like infinity style. So that one over there flows into this one, flows into that one. There's another one, and they have like these loungers they stuck in the shallow section of it. But there is this pool in the adults only area. There's also a lot of different seating options. So you have like these like kind of loungers, as well as these couches, tables. There are these basket type of seats. These ones are nice because they also have pillows. So these are great for nap time. These are great for nap time. So I overheard some people talking this morning, and they said that when they were sitting in the Solarium, like earlier this morning, they saw whales. I have not seen any whales, but I did overhear other passengers got to see whales. Okay, I did mention the Solarium Bistros over here, and they do have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They do serve all meals. And here's just an example of the menu so you can see what they have. It's dinner time right now. So they do have a lot of options. Look at this. They have salmon, snapper, chicken. Looks like good stuff. So over by the elevators, it shows you what's on what floor. And I'm over here on 14 right now. And like I said, we started at the top and we're working down. 13, it's staterooms. There's just the conference center. So it gives you this sort of guide map. So it shows you the aft, it shows you the forward, it has like a map of the ship. It really makes it easy to navigate. And then look, you can see like Windjammer, pool deck. It shows you everything, Solarium Bistro. So if we were to go down to 13, it's just staterooms, but then the conference center. And then 12, Concierge Club. And Adventure Ocean, which is the kids club, and that is on 12 and 11. The rest is staterooms from 6 to 10. So then that means 5 is the next place to go. Okay, so I'm heading down. I have this cool giraffe with a mohawk friend in the elevator with me. And we are going down to 5. We also, inside the elevator, have a guide in case you forgot to look at the sign or you don't remember where you're going. Try to make it user-friendly. And the floor reminds you of what day it is. So at this end of the ship is the Royal Theater on 5. This is the balcony level, so you actually enter into the Royal Theater on deck 4. But this would be an exit on deck 5 for anyone in the balcony. So on Quantum of the Seas right now, they don't have a Broadway name number, but this is what I saw tonight. It's Sequins and Feathers. So it was kind of like a Vegas review type of a show. Royal Theater was over there. We're back by the elevator banks, and we are going to go this way. And this is the Royal Esplanade. Not the Royal Promenade on the ship, it's an Esplanade. And it brings us right to the Schooner Bar. So Schooner Bar, they have trivia. Obviously, it's a piano lounge. They have a lot of great activities that go on here. Also next to Chops Grill, which is one of the specialty dining restaurants on board. And if we take a look over at the menu, You can see it's clearly a steakhouse, right? So then right next to the Schooner Bar over here, this is the Focus Photo Gallery. So if you had gotten any professional photos taken while you're on board, this is where you go. They have these touch screens, it's self-service, and then there is staff that is able to help you during certain hours. They also sell photography equipment if you forgot anything, you know, like a GoPro, for example. So we are going to continue walking along and we're going to continue to explore Deck 5. So Schooner Bar sort of exits over here and it leads to, there's a stairwell down over here, but also Izumi, which is the Japanese specialty restaurant on board, is right here as well. And that's what's in here. Now with Izumi, they have small tables inside the restaurant area, but they do also have a lot of the larger tables, so tables for 4 and up, are actually sort of on this kind of walkway. So it's a little less contained in the restaurant and a little bit more public. And if we make a right, we're in the Bionic Bar. So let's take a look at our robot friends here. Bionic Bar is pretty cool. It has literal robots that will make a drink for you. There's like a touchpad, and you order on the touchpad, and these robot guys will be your mixologist for the day, if you will. So these are the robots that make the beverages. It does have hours of operation, which they are not open now. However, the other day my sister got a beverage here, so I can show you what that looks like right now. Sister wants robots to make a beverage, so we will do just that. What's she gonna get?
I've never heard of any of these.
Quantum Aqua Sapphire.
Cranberry Midori Blue Carousel.
Yeah, number 4, sorry. That's number 4. Aqua Sapphire. Island Green. Ooh.
Order was sent, so now the robot is making the beverage. Robot making the beverage. Oh yeah. Okay, so the cup is down. And now, where's the robot going? It's going for some ice. Robot's going for some ice.
So mine is going to take 1 minute, yours is 3 minutes.
Okay, now it's getting beverage, because all the beverages are hanging from the top. Okay. Now it's going over here and it's selecting another beverage to add. Okay. And then, oh, it's putting some more in. It's putting some more in. Okay. Now what? Now we're going over here. It's I guess soda. It's putting some soda in there. And then, oh, it put a little cap down. Little cap went down. And are we stirring? No, it's just getting poured in. There we go.
One of them gets shaken, the other one doesn't.
And somebody's drink is getting shook. There is a shook drink. And then that drink is getting poured in the cup. Is it going to make a mess? Oh, it was very tidy. It did not make a mess. Look at that. Oh, now it has to go clean up. How did the robot do? Look at that. The robot made you a green drink. Now this area by Bionic Bar is overlooking the Esplanade, but directly across, this with the cool exterior right over here, this is Wonderland, which is another one of the specialty restaurants. Now Wonderland is themed for Alice in Wonderland, but it's very whimsical and playful and has very, very unique dining options. It's a little bit challenging if you have dietary restrictions like me, and that is the only reason I have not tried it yet, because in my mind, if I'm going to be paying for specialty dining, I don't want to be restricted on what I'm able to try. And the whole idea of Wonderland is its whimsical, playful, reimagined food offerings. So, you know, but It is over there if you want the opportunity to try it. Continuing along, we have the shore excursions desk. So if you did not book an excursion ahead of time, you could do so right there. They have this cool piece of LED twisty art. Lots of art all over the ship. Also, as I'm walking around, always on the lookout for rubber ducks. My brother-in-law found 3 rubber ducks in one night. Well, 2 plastic and 1 rubber duck. But yeah, there are definitely ducks to be found on this sailing. So as we head down this way, it's like very peaceful and serene with the butterfly art and all these unique animals in the windows for art. Look at these. And then look at this gorgeous iridescent sculpture in the middle here. Absolutely stunning. On the right-hand side is Jamie's Italian. Then we have Exquisites, which is the like high-end watch shop. We have Vintages, which is the wine bars over here. Then right next to Vintages is Next Cruise. So if you book your next cruise while on board, they have different promotions that are going on. Those promotions always vary sailing by sailing. The standard that I see the most is like a $50 onboard credit, and it transfers to your travel agent. So if you book with an agent, it'll transfer to them. And as we keep going down this corridor, this is where the Park West Gallery is, which is the art gallery. They had a lot of these on display yesterday when we went to the art auction. Did not buy anything, but my sister won the raffle. My sister won raffle prizes. And then right across is Cafe 270, which is a complimentary restaurant on board, but they have light bites, breakfast, sandwiches, salads during the day. And they have a nice little seating area right here. And then here at the end of the ship, this is a venue called 270. This is one of the coolest venues in my opinion. It has fantastic seating options. You have everything from like couches and bench seats, bucket seats, swivel seats, all sorts of stuff. The sign that says Quantum of the Seas is actually 6 different screens on robot arms, and they usually do like some sort of a show with them. We're gonna be at a show here tonight. There is also a balcony level up here, so we can go check this out real quick. So here I could give you more of an overview of the venue. You could see there is this balcony level seating as well. This venue itself is really, really comfortable. I really love it. But there's one design flaw that I'm not thrilled with. Unfortunately, sort of like nothing to be done about it, but you can see how open this is. They have a lot of events. They do everything from nighttime shows to bingo, right? Stuff all the time going on. Let me show you what's up here too. Yes, my friends, the library. The library, right here, see the open venue. Library is just open to it. It's not enclosed. There's no doors to keep the sound out. They do have a bunch of books you could borrow. They have a number of bookcases here. So if you did forget to read, it is a nice sized library. It's just not a quiet area on the ship. That's the thing for me. Then there's the book drop to return a book. But you can see it's a nice space. It's got a lot of like sort of square footage for a library, but it's very open to the venue. So anytime there's an event, the sound comes in here. That might actually be like my only criticism of the ship is it's like quiet spots. Where's the library? It's in the venue. It's okay though. Everything else I'm loving. So there is no exit to that upper deck from the balcony, so we're going back down to go out. And we're gonna backtrack a little bit. So literally retracing my steps all the way back to the elevator banks, and we're gonna go down a deck to deck 4. So before we head down to deck 4, there's also a pathway, a walking path out. So you could go out on deck 4. It's also where all like the lifeboats are and the muster stations, but we're sailing so close to the mountains, so let's go take a look. every time I'm out here and I'm looking in the water, I'm always looking for like whales. I'm like, are there whales here? Do I get to do an impression of Scotty from the Star Trek movie? But I have not seen a whale yet. But, I mean, it's the ocean and we are in whale territory. There could be. It could happen. Then if we go this way, this is the Royal Esplanade. And on the left-hand side, this is Boleros, which is the Latin club. Then across is a stairwell that goes down into the casino. But also across is guest services and the loyalty desk are both in here. We also have port merchants, which is the duty-free shop. Over here on this side, this is the Royal Caribbean, like the logo shop. So you could get any of your Royal Caribbean merchandise over there. There's also La Patisserie, where you could get some like specialty coffees and baked goodies, but this one is a la carte, so this one is not included. Also, when we're far out at sea, they do different specials and there's different shopping events that happen in the middle here, but we are pulling into port, so there's nothing going on right now. Then over here we have Cafe Promenade right next to Sorrento's Pizza, and those are both at least late night quick eats. So they have like Cafe Promenade has like sandwiches and snackies, and Sorrento's is the pizza place. Also inside Sorrento's, this is the pizza side of it, there is the Coke Freestyle machine. So if you have the drink package, they do use Coke Freestyle machines here. And then directly across from Sorrento's is the Harp and the Horn, or the Harp and Horn, not the. But this is the pub. They've had acoustic guitar, they've had pub quizzes, they've had a whole lot of different events going on in here. But you can see it's a great little venue. They also had the TV with the sports, so it is doubling up as a sports bar. And then right across from the Harp and Horn is the Regalia Fine Jewelry is over here. And if we continue along and around the Harp and Horn, they will have a side entrance, so you can enter over here. And there's another one behind these stairs as well. And then on this side, all these shops are connected. So you have the jewelry, you have the watches. Further down, there's going to be the purses, designer handbags, also cosmetics. They have all the classic shops here. And then across from some of these shops is one of my favorite venues. This is Music Hall. So in here, this is Music Hall. I love the vibe in Music Hall. We have these gold hearts with these gold lips with hearts. Well, actually, some are lips, some are hearts. They have chains, they have hearts. It's just interesting, cool vibe, right? We got the crystals. They were playing some really cool music last night. They had a guitarist playing. So live music venue. If you saw my sail away day, me and my family were playing some billiards over here. This was our table. But look at the back of these bar stools. They're like corset laced. How cool. So you can see what I mean about the vibe in here. It's just like plush yet relaxed. I don't really know another way of describing it, because you have like these velvety seats, but it's like, it's not opulent, it's not obnoxious, it's just comfy. It's comfy. So there is a second level of Music Hall, but we'll come at it the long way. And if we go out of this back door to Music Hall and we turn by the elevators, we're gonna go past the elevators and we're gonna hang a right. So we have the Royal Theaters over here, but also this is the balcony level. Actually, no. This is one of the entrances to Royal Theater, but next to Royal Theater is the Crown Lounge. And for the first time, I have access to it. So the Crown Lounge is available to people who have diamond status and higher. And this is my first sailing that I have achieved diamond level. And I get to go into the Crown Lounge. This is cool. Let's check it out. Okay, so coming out of the Crown Lounge, like I said, the Royal Theater is over here as well. And this is where they have like the big shows each night. So last night was like the Sequins and Feathers show. There's like a comedian, there's juggler, all sorts of stuff. And then these are the shops that I missed. So this is the cosmetic and fragrance shop. And then this is the shop with the designer handbags. So you can see we kind of did a little loop at the end there. So I went back over to the stairwell. We're going down to deck 3. And this is the lowest deck that we are going to, because below deck 3 is like medbay and crew quarters. So let's check out deck 3. So I did mention that music hall has 2 levels. So this is the lower level of music hall. And you can see the vibe is still the same. They have a bar on both levels. They have the stage for live performances here. You have an exit on that end that leads into the casino. And there's an exit on this end as well, which will also lead into the casino. So we'll go the long way over here. So we'll do a quick walkthrough through the casino, and that'll be deck 3. Good morning. So because we are so close to shore, we're no longer in international waters. There's no gambling at the moment. All the machines are turned off. So I can walk through here and just show you what it looks like. So this is the non-smoking area of the casino. Y'all, this has been my lucky machine here. This is my friend. It's been paying me well. I was up $30 yesterday. Then we have all these table games. This is the smoking section of slots behind. And it's table games on both sides. And they do have bar service down in the casino as well. And over here, we are in another non-smoking section. All these machines, I mean, they're all turned off right now, but lots of different machines. And that is what the casino looks like here. So you might remember I mentioned that the main dining room is over 2 decks and 4 separate restaurants. So I could show you sort of like the entrance over here. So on deck 3, we have Chic on this side, and on this side is Grand. And upstairs directly above us is Silk on this side, and American Icon. This is an example of the menu. So it's breakfast time. So this is the breakfast menu. And you could see you would just come to the whichever dining room you're assigned to. They have the check-in podiums. And you can see, very, very pretty. But they're set up to have like 4 different rooms like this. And then the stairs lead to the other 2. I hope you found that helpful. It helps you get a lay of the land and you get to see everything that's on board this ship. So this is on Quantum of the Seas. We've been exploring, finding our way around. And I guess with that, I am done for the day. I'll see you all real soon. And until then, stay inspired. Bye, everyone. Take care.